Welcome back, fellow armchair generals, to the Great War. Well, it's a great war. Of course, this is Gamer1745 here playing Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 9.11. And as sort of we have fighting going on in Norway, fairly desperate, not so desperate fighting going, maybe more desperate for the English down here. In France, we've got action out in Africa. You can see the Africa Corps moving there and the Africa Corps moving here. We've got elements of the Africa Corps out in Madagascar. Don't know if that's in Africa or not. Almost big enough to be a continent. Well, not quite, but very big island, Madagascar. We've got invasions out here in Socotra. So these are Indian Ocean places, not Africa. And we have fighting in Russia, including up in Murmansk. We've taken Murmansk. So we got fighting just about everywhere. Oh, and this little stupid thing going on in Germany, but that's the thing I'm not all that thrilled with anymore. So yes, and I'm really still very worried about this invasion. Because normally for most invasions, either I've had, like currently, Finland in the Axis, and then I've shipped up a bunch of forces to Finland, or I have a bunch of forces sitting back here in Seton, and not these guys. Well, I've got a decent division there, but somewhat, that are light infantry types, ready to go in to reinforce the Finns in fighting the Soviets. And giving a real push out in the north from here, but I don't have that. So, like I say, I've been very sort of worried, and I'm still sort of thrown off a bit by how much Swedish help I'm getting. Just different from what I'm used to. Yes, Finland is now at war with the Soviets, so that should make things a little more interesting. Yes, control over the Mediterranean and Special Forces branch upgrade. Yeah, alright, and that opens up another sort of slot here thing. Okay, as I said before, I really don't want to push into 44, partly just to get that thing up here saying, yeah, you're being inefficient with your research, and because I want that to pop up to tell me, and then I make a decision on, because there's a couple of things I would maybe push, but we'll go with that for here. But I want that warning when something new happens, not so much when something ongoing. Oh, up in Norway, we've had one of our units shatter from their counterattack. Sending these guys up here to go pick up some of the Narvik, maybe this force here, that would be helpful. Okay, down the mouth of the Danube. Yeah, you're all joining the attack, good. Yes, and yes. As most of you know, I believe in velocity of attack and the ability to keep the enemy, I don't know, off balance maybe is a good term. As being a way to win, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to sustain it. Okay, yes, we've had this event. I don't know if we have. U.S. attacks, or attacks by the U.S. Army Air Forces have arrived in the U.K. Carried out a few daylight raids across the English Channel, mainly to attack naval bases. Both the U.S. government and its Army Air Forces commanders were reluctant to bomb enemy cities and towns indiscriminately. They claimed that by using the B-17 and the Norden bomb site, the U.S. Air Force would be able to carry out precision bombing on locations vital to the German war machine, such as naval bases and shipyards. This is the revolverheld. I know he hasn't been posting around recently. I don't know if he's still watching currently, but I hope he does watch this. I don't know if you can, via event, damage a base, to make it go red. I would approve of that. I definitely, that loses 10 popularity. That's pretty hefty. And gain 2 descent. That's also pretty hefty. Now I get the idea that you're wanting to demonstrate the pressure the German government was under by all these attacks, and I really do appreciate that. Because some of these bases are pretty small as it is. Like the Havre and Dieppe, hardly anything. Not saying they didn't rate it, but we're now down to high popularity instead of very high. Okay, so I want to swap over this so I can see what sort of the terrain is like. Task if you don't know. Okay. You come there. Go into those forests and you hang out just to keep the pocket closed. Big truck moving around outside, I'm sure you're hearing. Oh, fun. Okay, where this is somewhat of a tough fight. Do they have any anti-aircraft? No, okay. Okay, well, let's check this out for a little bit here. Okay, no, they do. They do. Okay, they don't. So, let's maybe I did put them sort of back here. Yeah, there they are. Okay, strategically bomb here. No. I want you to strategically bomb there. You guys do ground attack. Oh, those radars. Ground attack. Okay, that's all. And here, this is looking like we could use some air support. Oh good, we've made it to this place. At least, whatever. Novorosijsk. Sorry, I'm butchering that. No, I am not trying to, just know I am. Oh, I wanted to build a few more mech divisions instead of some of this being built. So, let's, instead of Stimmgeschütz, let's just add an armored battalion. We want this fairly fast. Armored cars for good. Kind of, since we're doing this right, so we're going motorized. Not half tracks, but trucks. Yeah. And the divisional headquarters, there we go. Let's get a couple of these in production. Okay, so we've got you guys go there. You guys attack there. You support the attack there. Now, it's fairly weak, but we'll risk it. Okay, the escort, I'm thinking that that was weak. We want those motorized forces. Yeah, that should be fairly fast too. Okay. Rebased at least temporarily to there. Okay, you're stopped there just because I haven't sent you any further. You're moving to there. Okay, you move forward. You. Do you have any particular objectives out here? Go that way. We're running out of supplies there. So, we have a solution for that. Can you supply them from where you are? Yes. That's why I love these long-range guys, so they'll fly there and drop some fuel or whatever is needed. May not be enough, but it'll help. Do we want to select any of these? I don't think I want to upgrade to 8th Panzer Division because I think it's operating sort of somewhere here. You support that attack. Another division with you attack, you move forward. You're just very new. this is the one that they want to upgrade. It still has the old 38 T's, but I don't want it out of my order of battle right now. Go up and take that. Okay, my big fleet is in. Or my big Mediterranean fleet, or whatever you want to call that. Did this a little differently this time. I used these guys here, which maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, they're good. These guys may not be so much, but maybe they'll do. Get on board ship. Invade Sebastopol. See if we can take the Crimea cheaply. Okay, you're counterattacking, but you're holding okay. But we will. Oh, let's look at the terrain. Yeah, that's alright. Push through there. Sorry about that. And you can support. Well, hold on, cancel that. These guys have engineering units. Well, they do. We're gonna lose all of our Romanian support soon, it looks like. And of course we're also gonna lose all of our Hungarian support. Except for, of course, these guys, which are wonderful, but I don't know what the hell it is. And if you watched my last Italian campaign, you saw that the Hungarians and the Romanians were happy to march across German territory to go fight the Soviets. But they won't march across it when it's human controlled, when it's AI controlled, because obviously I was playing as Italians. And once the Italians would take some place, the Germans would abandon it, abandon support. So if we were advancing and they were advancing in from two different angles to a province, the Italians get there safe first. It becomes Italian. They go, oh, okay, well, let's retreat out of it. It's Italian. It's the AI. It's human. That really bugged me, and I don't know. There's obviously no way I can change AI behavior as a modder. So I don't know what to do about all of that. Okay, well, they've stopped attacking there now that they have been attacked themselves. Okay, light infantry branch upgrade. That is this one, and it will be grayed out. Yes, of course. And tech ground crew training has advanced. I think because we've lost our very high popularity because of a stupid event. Oh no, it's okay, so we can swap that over without going into more deficit, more into a deficit. that. Now, okay, these guys have made it up here. I'm going to leave all the rest of those there and just take these guys down. This is a will be base. A significant fight, but you're moving way too slow. No. There we go. Get up there faster. Okay, yeah. Okay, up. Chem. All down here. Oh, you're about to go. You can attack. You can stop attacking. We don't have any engineers, but we can still attack across the river with you. Although I am going for some big encirclements, I'm not going to play the old, we're just going to sit on this line and let them, you know, sit there and then encircle them. Just unrealistic. Okay, you guys are here now. Well, you can support the attack across there, so you're not attacking across the water, and you can also support that. You guys need to get moving. You can support that attack, that'd be good. And you can support that attack. And now we have a lot of supplies we've built back up, which is a very good thing. So what we're going to do here is reduce down much lower. As you can see, we were way overproducing, which is what I wanted to do. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I think we're going to build a couple more of these guys. And a couple of sort of reverse. Have armor as the main one. And have, we don't want to, the reason it's partially ICs and it's partially manpower is why I'm not having both brigades be, you know, the white ones, the big ones, and it's a little bit of history too, historical, in that we are mechanized battalions there. So just a little bit weaker, but cheaper and not as manpower intensive. I'm trying to use these because they are good divisions, and instead of just using, in which we could use more just infantry divisions, most assuredly we could use more of those, but it's just sort of a manpower question. If I flood the zone with 100 more divisions, I'm out at manpower at 30 more divisions or some number. So okay, these guys, you start walking along the mountains. That's why you're there, because you're mountain troops. You start moving rapidly. You're through the hills. You guys should be very fast. Yes, you are. Hopefully we can keep these guys alive with some deep penetrations. Or if you want to come back, actually, I think to here. I'll pick up some other forces. As you guys can see, we're creating several pockets, deep penetrations. Finland. Oh, you can have all the energy you want. Okay, we've won the Battle of Yalta. Attack. If we start running out of supplies, I'll air supply them. It looks like we will. I don't think we will. Oh, we're still pushing good here. Oh, you're about ready to shatter, so stop attacking the Papa Hoth. Well, you guys keep pushing. Okay, you're doing good. Supporting it just in case they are able to move up enough force to occupy. What happened out here? Oh, Socotra. Okay, they're still okay. They're doing okay. As long as they don't get hammered navally or with air power or something, they'll do okay. Here we have these guys. Okay. Well, can you come out? Oh, right about there. Yeah, convoy raiding. Pass it. Just the one sub, yeah. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, keep moving forward. Not as keep that pocket. Support that attack while you're there. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, we've taken out a heavy cruiser and a destroyer, mouth of the Danube, along with Romania and Bulgaria, it looks like. Okay, you move in. Okay, gross Deutschland. Just major victory, good. Getting across the river there. Keep moving, keep moving. Okay, well, we sort of like forests, don't we? So we'll drive through the forest that way. Well, we'll have these guys here. So we got 3 panzer divisions, good. Drive through this forest. There. These guys can come up through here. And these guys can come through here. Okay, you guys start moving forward. 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 The velocity of this attack up. You support that attack, use your heavy artillery in there. across here. We're going to cut off Crimea. We're waiting for them to abandon some of these a little bit more. Well, a little bit more. Oh, let's adjust. And it'll take a while to produce them maybe, but we got a lot more coming. But I'm going to build. If you've watched my previous series and or played this, you'll notice that often I end up with a large stack of forces. Oh, probably where? Along this river? Yeah, the Don here. Yeah, that's it exactly. That just gets run out of supplies. They just won't be able to push any further forward. I'll be able to try to fly in supplies from here to Moscow to keep just enough stuff operating here to be able to take Moscow. I'll be able to push down in here and supply this way. But these guys in here will run out of supplies. It'll just, the supply tax coming across is just too great, and time, and just don't have enough. But with enough transports, I can make supply bridges, you know, fly for supplies from here to, I don't know, to some airbase here, to some airbase here, to the front, and just have enough transports that will make these fewer divisions more effective. Because I would say that maybe sometimes half of my divisions are of limited use because of the lack of supply. Oh, you want to push deeper, faster, harder. So you can let the infantry divisions. You guys need to start moving now that you're organized up some. Ah, okay, good. You're getting up to the front now. You know, I sent a bunch of you towards the front. Ah, okay, good. Hold these lines open with core HQs. SA man. Oh, good, you guys are across the river. Yes. That's why I have some rocket units. They're going to take the fortress city type places. Fascist militia can attack there. Yes, I am still sort of kind of planning a pocket here, but I'm... Oh. You support the attack now that you're across the river. Support the Romanian attack there. We've won up in Riga, good. Basing advance, which helps basing efficiency, which helps supply come through bases. I don't really do it just to have. Yeah, we'll let that continue. Just to be able to have more ships out of one base. That does help. Okay, drive deep, like I said. One of the pictures I used, I'm sure you saw it. Ready for a long drive, and it was a couple of brand new Panzer III J's or something, with just driving or parked or whatever next to a huge, just stacks and stacks and stacks of tracks all rolled up into, you know, a length ready for one tank, just presumably to be put on in the factory. But I was sort of imagining that as, oh, all those tracks are for those few tanks that are in the picture, because you're going to wear them out driving to Moscow, and prepared logistically for a long drive. Oh, we have no. How are we doing down here? Okay, we're doing well down here, or so it would appear. Okay, good. Pullman's doing all right there. Here we're doing fair. And they're shattering themselves on us, I think, mostly. Good thing I had the Jaeger division down there, even though I was planning on moving them. Getting some relief. I don't think I want these guys stationary. Not that worried about them getting cut off, so they can head down towards other forces. What are they facing? Yeah, they'll take them. Go, go, go. Okay, so we've most of the units that are ready to go have gone. Okay, well, mostly all here, these guys. Detach them. I'm gonna attach them locally somewhere. No, that's too far away. Never mind. Okay. All of you, get on board. Go to here. That way we will have more forces there. And we've got a bunch of mountain forces here. Rebase down here. And we're going to use them to invade here, because well, hills, but then all these mountains. We'll want mountain forces there. As you can see, we're sort of working in little pockets. This city here has always been a pain in the ass for me. This a really long time, a lot of forces fighting in there, delaying things, but I've really this time think that I've largely, not maybe entirely, but largely bypassed a lot of that delay. Okay, I want to make sure okay, so we're here. They're not going to be okay. Okay, that's all right. Okay, our radar for capital ships, and we shift that down to large warship radar. Good. Continue to improve that. Keep the panzers out of the swamps. Keeps them moving, keeps them moving, keeps them moving. Even the Conf Group A that presumably has a few panzers in it. Okay, you can move forward a bit. Yeah. Good. What does Chile want? Sure, you can have some supplies. Okay, you've achieved your current goals. So let's add more. Stay out of the swamps, move this way. Keep together so when we run into something, we'll be able to take them. We can save if need be, if that's even the right term. Finland by cutting them off from the rear. we doing down here? Okay, grab that. City moving. Yes, I'm thinking big and deep. Oh, we're running out of supplies down here. Okay, so we need to, we may even fly some more supplies in, but let's, where's Odessa? There is Odessa. Okay, supplies into Odessa. I wasn't even thinking about that. And to Mikola or wherever that is. Mikolavia, whatever. So we're getting supplies there. And yeah, let's grab this guy. Send them down here. We'll steal some supplies from the Romanians. Gotta be good for something. Why are these guys still way back there? You should be way out in front. Okay, Hades, fine, whatever. Large search radar, okay. We'll change this over to large navigation radar. Twin engine armament research has advanced. And we will stop that. And 4-engine bomb bay has advanced. Yeah. We're not really interested in overly doing that. Because whenever I get, you know, heart attack improved, great. Reduce speed. Okay. Air defense. Yeah, I just all those reds. It's not. I'm not saying not to do them. I'm not suggesting not to. I just. And I know we are going through a bunch of these, which improves things to counterbalance them, but I just haven't got my little calculator out to calculate. Just, you know, what's it worth? What am I, you know, by doing these things, increase max speed, you know, and reduce fuel consumption and such, they counterbalance them, and I know they do, but it's just always scary. When it's always good, you know, always green, oh, sure, yeah, we'll do that. Whatever that is. Yeah, we'll improve those radars. Okay, we're doing basically all of these, including some 43s now. Oh, there's one unit that I forget. Sometimes I do lose things. No. Gotta get transport down to get these guys. Okay, but we have a little more. Yeah, about 2 1/3 points. Okay, armor. Well, we can do armored car designs. That'll. The only thing negative is this is build time, but oh well. Improves the speed and things like that a little bit. Yeah, so build time, well, whether I calculate the worth of it, meaning how many ICs is it. We'll do this. This does reduce the range, but it improves the transport capacity. Build time is something that, yeah, just sort of put up with. Okay, you guys are... I'm going to try to stay out of Baltic states there, because they sort of have a pop-up thing here that I want to come up this way. So let's see, let's cross here, cross here. Oh. Guys are pushing back out through here a little too much because I haven't been properly dealing with that. Oh, we're about ready to collapse. We'll give that some teeth. I've been waiting for this to happen, and it just hasn't. Okay, a bunch of units stuck back in here. Stop attacking. Yeah, these guys are going to be just fine, even though they're cut off. They lose a little too much, I'll resupply them via the air. They're still close enough, I know I can shift forces and do that. Okay, good. Well, we've taken that province, you come back down here. Yeah. Let's see here. Taking the desert, but is there some sort of okay, I don't know. 4 units of submarine, right? Technical expertise, 4 units of submarine type. Okay, I think that's sort of stupid, but what do you need submarines for? Okay, looks like you're gonna win this pretty handily now. Still got a ways to march, just a long march through the jungle or whatever that is. Okay, we got these guys here. No, yeah, these guys. Let's air supply. Not a lot, but I'll get some supplies flying in via the air. Oh, and like just saying, okay, so we've got this now. Great. We want an air base here. We'll build, I guess, a small pillbox. We want radars. We want to see any subs out here. A little better, a little easier, whatever. But we'll be bringing in a garrison eventually. Now I'm going to come here, and we're going to move all of these to the top. Yeah, good. And they're going to come back here, and we'll see about picking up some of those for some other possible Indian Ocean invasions. Okay, so well, I'm going to wait for these guys to abandon this front just a little bit more before I attack out of it. You could support that attack. Okay, you guys are here now. Good. Very good. You can come back to here, I guess. Attach you to some port. No, let's go to the 14th Army. Or the 18th Army. There we go. That looks like it's better placement for you. Okay. Okay, list. You yourself can fight in the swamps. That's the problem, but we got some good swamp fighters there. They should be dealing with those cavalry. We are racing out into the plains with a bunch of a few fast, light armored mechanized forces. Hopefully they will do well there, but we can use the infantry to sort of hold the terrain. go. You guys need to move, you need to keep moving. Deeper, 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 faster, faster, faster. Oh, fuel. Nah, it just sort of lost in the system. Night fighter equipment. I think that was a one and done. Air systems. Yeah, there it is. One and done. Okay, so that should help our protect ourselves from night attacks. Hedgehogs, that'll be nice. And nav pilot training advanced. Good. We use a lot of those guys. Yeah, we could do CAS. Close air support. Seeing what looks to be too much of a bottleneck here. Keep moving forward. Okay, a bunch of those guys are moving. You're not. Port that attack. We close this pocket here. I moved units out and let them get back in there, I think. These guys are no longer being assaulted. So you come down to here. You go to there. Pushing deep, pushing deep. Okay. You get on board ship. What did I, no, didn't want to do that. Okay. Your HQ is, oh, I don't know. Well, not quite sure. That's too far away, as I thought. Come up to here, rebase to here, and then we will invade to there. Okay, oh. How long until you can attack? 33 hours. Okay, well you attack once you can. Have you sunk anybody out here yet? No, not yet. May not be that much traffic. Okay, you stop attacking. Major defeat. Well, because the Italians didn't do enough to help. Another major victory. Where was that? Oh, crossing the damn river down here. Will you help out with that attack? You guys, you should move faster so you can keep moving forward. Uh-oh, they're pushing out. Okay, well, how long until you can attack? 40 hours, wow. Ah, I got some submarines in the Baltic, cool. Okay, we're gonna just sort of leave that to follow along forces, which are coming slowly. I don't know if the answer is too slowly, but slowly is the answer is they're coming. Take Minsk. Oh, yep, the Flieger unit. Shattered up here. Okay, well. How's this Battle of Hale? Okay, you stop attacking in there. You need to keep attacking. No, we don't have two divisions all attacking there. Oh god, this is okay. I was sort of worried that it's going to require this, so we're going to come up here and grab these mountain divisions. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh well. Let's save this. Okay, so we've gotten pretty deep into the Soviet Union. June 25th, what was it, 5th or so, we invaded. So in 20 days we've gotten here. Finns have sort of lucked out and found some empty provinces. That's good. They had very little up here, so we've been able to push down hard, fast. I normally don't have armor up here, and this is showing me armor is a really good idea up here. Armor is a really good idea almost anywhere. They are somewhat abandoning down here. I think when those guys get going, I mean, this isn't very strong, but that's rather strong. Gets pushing out from there, that'll be useful. Getting ready to invade down here in Pantumi. You can start moving forward, but oh, you don't need to. Okay, you should be attacking there, and you should be supporting that. Oh, you need to move right up along here. Yeah, so we're doing fairly well down there. Ukraine. Oh, have we finished this off? Almost. Okay, you get back in and okay, now yeah, you gotta move there because you can't support that kind of attack for some reason, but themselves on me. We're going to hold the port. They've got air base only there. Okay. That means they're not able to really get supplies in. Okay, well, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. If you would, it helps the channel out. And, of course, please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. Love hearing from you. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.